All right, guys, so I'm going to do my day 8 recap of my small account. And we'll just quickly talk about my trade that I ended up doing pretty good on. Well, not pretty good, but it wasn't a loss. So yesterday, obviously, my emotional upswing of JNUG through here, da 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 da. Took on 180 shares here, rode it overnight, kind of sunk down a little bit, and then China took over, bought the gold, and I think it popped up to 1235 was the highest I saw gold. So then we got a nice little gap up on JNUG this morning on the pre-market. It rode up here, $8 it hit once, and then it pulled back, and then as it was coming back into $8, I thought, you know what, I'm not going to hold this in the open because there was 130 million shares traded yesterday. I just thought, you know what, people are going to sell off, and I sold pre-market right here. I got out at $7.95 for a total of $31.05 profit. So green trade. So 3 trades on JNUG in the last 2 days. 2 green, 1 red. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Look at that. 810 sold off instantly. This is the 5-minute chart. Let's just shorten it up a little bit here. So we saw it sell off in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. We saw a low of 747. So I'm pretty happy because I was in the 775, and that would have just totally sucked and beat my confidence right to shit. And yeah, I would have had to pull myself out of that. So that's done. It's over. I watched it for the rest of the day, loosely out of the corner of my eye. Just kind of mauled down here, sold off. Would have been a good short in this area, but you know what? This thing's so unpredictable sometimes. After a steep decline like this, it's always going to pop back up, and it might keep going and squeeze out from all these shorts, or it rolled over like this and it kept rolling down. So, I mean, if you were on the short side, you would have shorted probably somewhere around just under $8. You would have jumped in to be confirmed, maybe around 790. Probably would have jumped out here and not rode it back up. So, 750. That's a 40-cent move if you're on the short side. Same with here. You could have jumped in. Probably break a 750 would have been the safest. 746 taking you down. That was a 20-cent move. So, anyways, on to the next one. So, the biggest mover I saw today was in the shipping sector. You got to have balls to play in here, or not if you're female, obviously. But it takes some guts, and this stock makes some crazy moves. So this was tops. Where are we here? Here we go. So it literally did nothing for days and days and days and days and days. It's done nothing. I think it's sunk for the better part of March. Last time we saw any action out of it was towards the end of February. We had a big squeeze up to $5, almost $5, and then it's done nothing but sink down here. And then today was like the short squeezes. I looked over. I wasn't following it. I looked over and it was 70%. I was like, oh, Jesus, did I ever miss a move of moves? What a great way to build your small account. So, it rolled in, popped up, hit $1.20, pulled back, and then just launched and provided entry here on a little pullback for a quick little 20-cent move, just under 20-cent move. And then here it offered probably the best entry here. You would have gotten in on this candle, probably, let's go to 5 minutes. Yeah, you would have got on this candle, right? First 5-minute candle to make a new high. Would have popped up. These would have been a little bit of a roller coaster. They would have gone up, pulled down, gone up, pulled down. But this thing just kept screaming. I mean, that would have been 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. You would have been up from $1.80, $1.85 probably entry to $2.30. So, I mean, another 50-cent move. Then it rolled in and played around here for the day. Tried to break 250 a few times. Came down, popped back up, and then it just kind of worked its way into consolidation in the after hours. So I think personally we'll see continuation on it tomorrow. I don't know how many of you will trade it. I'll keep an eye on it, and we'll go from there. MJN had some news on it today, something to do with Evergreen. I'm not a huge fundamental guy, but I know a couple of our members are, and they were paying attention to it pretty closely. A few of them even jumped in, but we saw it. It saw that and it recognized the market was paying attention. And look, we pushed the share price up from this kind of like 270, 280 range-bound consolidation level, and we popped it right up to almost $3 at the end of the day. So, you know, it's the MJ sector's kind of taken a weird little tumble wild ride based off of rumors, news, Spicer's comments. You know, we saw this nice peak on MJN, and then it just rolled over, came all the way down to 240. You know, dollar loss in a matter of days. I know some people held through it. I know some people bailed out up here, but it pushed back up, and now we're consolidating. And it looks like we're going to hopefully curl up here and maybe see a break of $3 tomorrow. But I'll keep an eye on it. I don't know if I'll trade it. I don't have any Canadian funds to throw at it right now. I am in RVV a little bit higher. I got in around here, 33 cents. Came over, rolled over right away, made a little move here. I never sold, and I'm still holding it. It came down. I saw this hammer candle yesterday. I was pretty happy about it at the end of this downtrend, and then I was waiting for a green candle today to show some confirmation. I'm seeing a higher low here with a nice little pop up, touched 27 and pulled back and closed at 26. So we'll see what tomorrow has to bring. I might wait for profits. I might just bail out of it when we get into 30 cents and take a small loss and carry on. But it's so hard to sell something after you've been down for so long to wait or hold it for profit. I can't do it. I'd rather take a small loss on it and move my money elsewhere. So, and then obviously the big player, weed, we saw, let's see, in the 5-minute, we saw it pop up in the morning. It sold off yesterday. Looked like it was going to break $11 yesterday, and then it sold off for a week close, and then had a nice little gap up, sold off the gap up right away, and then people jumped in. People saw it under $11 and they wanted it, so they pushed the price right up to $11.20, capped out, kind of rolled over here a little bit, and then now it's consolidating nicely just above $11. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a gap up tomorrow, maybe like 5 to 10 cents. And maybe a little sell-off pullback into $11, but I'm no pro. I'm just going by what I see. It's nice to see it above most of the moving averages and really consolidating along all of them. The thing with consolidation is it's 50-50 after this. It's either up or down. You know, in these volatile areas, you know when it skyrockets, it's going to come back. You know when it plummets, it's going to also go back up. So stocks are always 50-50. It's either up or down. When it consolidates and it flat tops like this, you get a nice big move depending on which way it's going. We saw it on MJN at $1.80. I remember Brian Judge was asking me about it, and we talked about it for a morning, and the next thing you know, boom, it was off to the races, and it really hasn't looked back since the big pullback last week. So anyways, that's what I got. I didn't trade anything else today. Looking forward to maybe jumping into the shippers tomorrow for a bit of continuation, or even a possible short. I had that one short already this week. I wouldn't mind trying to get another one. Fridays can be rough, so I'm going to take it easy. So yeah, $31.05 on the JNUG sell. You only pay commissions on ETFs when you sell. You don't pay to buy, so only $4.95, and I got out at $7.95. So I was really happy about that this morning. So that's the end of that, and see you guys tomorrow. All right.